everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Emily at Thriving on a Budget. So today we're going to be cash unstuffing the purchases we made over the last week. We do use credit cards in our family. We are not a cash only family, so the bulk of our purchases are made on credit cards. I do have some cash transactions, but they're already checked off because the money has already been used, obviously, from our envelopes. I also have 2 IOUs from last week to address with this unstuffing. So what I do is typically I will keep a running log of my transactions throughout the week. I don't wait until the end of the week to write them all down. So I'll keep a running log and then I will confirm them before I do my cash unstuffing that I've captured everything in my notebook. And then if I have purchases where I have maybe a mix of categories in that purchase, I'll just go through the receipt and, tally out what's for household, what's for groceries, and then just put them separately in my log. All right, so let's get started. We actually have a decent amount of purchases to take care of today. So if you remember from last week, I kept my grocery rollover money and put it in my rollover envelope. I usually would put it in Costco, or I would split it and put some of it towards savings challenges. But we've been very light on groceries for the first half of the month. We've had a decent amount of money rolled over every week. So I had a feeling that this was going to be a heavier grocery week. And my husband gets energy drinks delivered once a month from Amazon, and that's a fairly hefty price tag. So I just kept that money for this week's grocery purchases, and it's a good thing I did because I'm pretty sure that I'm almost at zero. So let's start off. These 2 purchases are my husband's, and he will reimburse me for that. He'll just transfer money into our bank account, but they are here so I can check them off once he does transfer the money. And then my next one here is my first grocery purchase. So we're going to go into our spending binder. So that's $6. At a local grocery store. The next one is Costco. So what I do with Costco is I put a certain amount of month aside every cash stuffing for Costco. But we're not limited to what's in this envelope for spending at Costco. It's just an additional bit of money set aside to offset the costs. So when I have a Costco purchase, what I will do is, it was $130. I'll remove what's in the Costco envelope. So we had $50 in the Costco envelope. So I'll take off $50. So I have $80 left. So what will happen, assuming all of those purchases are grocery purchases, which they were, I will take that out of my grocery account. So I have $80 coming out of grocery. I don't think I have any hundreds, but I'll leave a slot just in case. So then that entire $130 is accounted for. So then I have another grocery purchase at a local grocery store for $26. So I'll pull that out. 20. Sometimes I will expedite this and add up all my grocery purchases and take them all out at once, but for these purposes, I'll keep them separate just so people can see different ways to do this. There's a lot of ways to work your budget, and this is just the way we do it. So I like to watch different cash budgeters because everyone has their own spin on how to do this, and I have gotten a lot of ideas off of watching different people from YouTube. Okay, so our next grocery purchase was $140, and these are the energy drinks. So I do have 100. Okay, so I'm gonna take back a 10. I've thought about making just another envelope for drinks, but it doesn't really matter. It's all coming out of the same money. So I have another purchase for $26 for groceries. 20, 40, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is where we're gonna need to go into our rollover. So I have $160 left from last week in groceries in rollover. So I'm just gonna add this to my groceries envelope. So actually, I'm just gonna put it all together. Just make it easier on myself for counting purposes. Whatever's left is just gonna go back into rollover because I'm pretty sure I've exceeded my groceries for the week. $26, so 20, 5, 6. Okay, so we'll cross off this one. And I have one more. So right here, it Target for $153. So 100, 20, 30, 40, 50. Take this 2 back. So, like I said, we have gone through all of our grocery money. So we have $1, $2, $3, $4 left in groceries, and that is it. So this was technically rollover money, so I'm going to put it back into rollover, and if we need it this week, I will use it. There's a good chance that we will use it. So $153. So all of our grocery purchases are taken care of. So I'm going to move on. Let's see. I'm going to stay in my spending binder and just get everything done out of the spending binder. These are in different binders. So kids, you guessed it, another Rita's trip for my kids. So that was $12. Oh, I don't have enough ones. Hold on. Let me just make change real quick. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. My buffer usually has a decent amount of ones in it, so I can make change from there. Okay. So Rita's was $12. So there we go. Now we have 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, $29 left in kids, which is still plenty. So we're going to check that transaction off. And let me see, the last one in this binder is toiletries for $18 at Target. So I'm just going to put in a, oh, I have a lot of, I'm just going to put in a 20 and take back 2. But I'm also going to just consolidate this a little bit. There we go. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $25 left in toiletries. And we're going to check that transaction off right there. And I think we are done with this binder. So we're going to move on. Oh, you know what? We are not done with that binder because we have an IOU to take care of from last week in this binder. So let's finish that up so that way I can check it off. And last week can be closed out. So we had an IOU in my local brews envelope. So it was for, it's right here. I usually just write it on a sticky note and just stick it on here. That was for $31. So we have 25 in the envelope, and then I'm going to take the remaining 6 from buffer because I really don't want an IOU for $6. So we have 25, 30, $1. So that takes care of our IOU from last week in this category. And I will check it off. So now it is done. When I have something I need to come back to, I will put a dot there if I have an IOU or if I've split up a payment and I need to address part of it. I always put a dot. And then once something is completely cleared, I'll put a check. So I know that that transaction is done. Oh, and that's the wrong transaction, of course, because I'm not paying attention. It's this one. So that envelope is empty now, and that's fine. Now we're going to take care of the other IOU, which is the one that I inadvertently crossed off. So that was for our Amazon Prime subscription. So the IOU was for $33. I did have a math error, of course. I said 43 initially. It was 33. I miscounted what was in the envelope. So I have $35 here. So we're going to put this away and take our $2 and change. And now this IOU is taken care of, and we can cross off that. So everything from last week is now cleared out and we're good. We don't have anything to address from last week's unstuffing. So for this week, monthly subscriptions is getting $78 taken out for YouTube TV, 20. Actually, you know what? We're not going to do that. We're going to keep that 5. 50, 70. We're going to put in 80 and take change. And before I count this, I have one more monthly subscriptions transaction. So we're going to check that off. And then I have another for $28 for Apple Music. 20. Do 30 and take 2. So we have 50, 70, 90, 210, 230, 240, 250, 255, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. $261. I am going to take a 5 here. It's just nice to have ones for change, as you can see when I'm unstuffing. So we're gonna check that off, see what else we have here. So our next purchases are out of gym. So my daughter had her state meet this past weekend and she did amazing. So we did stay overnight at a hotel, but my husband booked the hotel on his points, so we didn't actually have to pay for the hotel, which was great. So we only ended up, we only ended up spending $258. So I had a couple, I brought $100 in cash with me. So I had a couple cash purchases, and then the remainder was on my cards, our cards, I should say. So the first one, actually, no, I'm just going to add all these up so they're going to come out in one. So $78, $108, and $5. So it's $191. So I'm just going to take out 200 and take back 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see if I can get rid of some of these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll never see me do a consolidation or a condensing video because I do it as I go. I can't stand like lots of money like in unnecessary denominations sitting in my envelopes. 3, 4, 5. Take another 5. I got a lot of 5s, don't I? I just do it as I go. It's just easier for me. I know it makes for a good video to watch condensing videos, but for my own sanity, I just need to do it as I do my budget. So in gymnastics, we have 1, 2, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2. $242 left in gymnastics. She has one more meet left this season. She has regionals. That's also in state at least, but we still will need to get a hotel and stay overnight. Usually I cash stuff this with a third paycheck. So this will get stuffed again, third paycheck in April. So that is all of our gymnastics purchases. Medical, I spent $20 at CVS. So we have $50 left in medical. Where are we here? There it is. And then let me see what's left. We have clothes and clothes. Okay. So clothing got hit pretty hard. My daughter needed a dress for a function, so that was $80. And we needed to get some underwear and socks, and man, that stuff is expensive. So that was $59 at Target. So $139 total. I have $150, so we're just gonna take all of it and get our $11 and change. So So now I have $11 left in clothing. It goes so fast. Ugh. So these two purchases, again, my husband's going to reimburse me for, so I won't check those off until he transfers the money to our checking account. But everything else we spent in the past week has been accounted for. Everything's checked off. I've already done my trackers just because last time I forgot to do my trackers ahead of time. And that is it. So I will be back probably later this week. I'm going to do a cash planning for our April 1st, our first paycheck in April, towards the end of this week. And I will also be doing a cash stuffing for our first paycheck in April. And with our new budgeting plan, I'm taking a set percentage off the top for every cash stuffing for savings. So that will be 25% of our first paycheck in April's total amount that's left to cash stuff. And then that will be a separate video probably over the weekend. So thank you everyone for watching. Please give me a like and I will see you at my next video. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. Thanks. Bye-bye.